guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I am just documenting my journey through IVF. We are currently in our second round of a frozen embryo transfer, trying for baby number 2. The first time we did this was back in June of 2021, and that resulted in our sweet little boy Matthew. So I'm just taking you through part of the day on what we did, kind of just how we spent that day, because both my husband and I both took the day off. So we were just together and just kind of chilling out and just enjoying the day together. So if you have been around for a while, you know I always start my day with my devotional and prayer time, and so that is exactly what I did on this day as well. Again, after I had Matthew, this was a very big struggle for me to just get back into this routine. So over the last few months, I've really been making a point to get this part of my routine back in order and just back into my life. So this felt good to wake up and just begin my day with this. And then I had to sneak in one more quick little cardio workout in before our transfer day, and I'm reduced down to just walking. I don't mind the walking, but my cardio heart loves to do the more intense kind of jumping and all that kind of stuff. So walking has been fine, but I'll be glad whenever I'm released to go back to doing more. So Jason and I took Matthew to daycare that day. He was a little confused on why Dad was with us and definitely did not want us to leave. That was a crying moment, dropping him off at daycare. But we did that, and then we ran and grabbed some coffee and just came back to the house to just kind of chill out before we had to leave, because we had a couple hours. And so we watched Jesus Revolution on Netflix. We are both so tired at the end of the day, and so we just don't have time to watch a movie late at night. So we were like, oh, this is perfect timing. So if you haven't watched it, Jesus Revolution, it was a good movie. I would recommend it if you need something to watch. So we headed to the clinic about 2.5 hours early. We live in Fort Worth and the clinic is way in Dallas. And so we just left with plenty of time to get there, for traffic and all the things. So we did that, and then we stopped. There's a Chick-fil-A over there, and we stopped and had lunch there. It's the same Chick-fil-A that we had lunch at when we did our transfer with Matthew. And so we did that, and then we just scooted up the road about a mile and just went to the clinic after that. So they took us back into our room, where we were just kind of in my little bed, and Jason had his little spot, and we were just waiting for them to come in and talk to us and give us the reports and all of those kind of things. Jason got to wear this super sexy marshmallow jumpsuit. I will insert a picture here. So we tried to film in the room, just talking, getting our thoughts and stuff. And then whenever I went back and watched it, the room just had so much air conditioner noise and noise from the hall. And my camera, I did not have the little mic on top of it, and it just did not pick up any of our conversation. So can't really show you any of that. But I think the biggest thing that we were both just kind of talking about is how it's been over 2 years now since we did a transfer, and it feels like just yesterday that I was sitting in that room waiting for the embryologist and doing this all with Matthew. Just 2 years has flown by so fast, and it's just kind of crazy to see where we were and where we are now, and just to being hopeful in there and all that kind of stuff. So the embryologist did come in, and they just kind of gave us their report and all of that, and gave us our picture of our little embryo. So here is our little embryo. And they said the rating on this embryo was an AB. I actually didn't want to know that. I was not going to ask. I didn't want to know whether, the one that we had picked was lesser grading or whatnot. And, because I'm we could have just said transfer the next, best one, and just whatever gender it was. So I didn't want to know, because I just didn't want it in my head. And the other good thing on this one is this shows that the embryo was already starting to hatch, which is, I think, a good sign from what research I've done. Matthew's embryo was also hatching whenever we transferred him, so fingers crossed that that's a good sign. And the other really cool thing is that my doctor did let me record while we were in there, so I was pumped that he let us do that. So I will insert some clips. I'm not sure I'm going to put the whole thing in there, because there's a lot of back and forth from watching the different monitors and stuff, but I'll put some little clips in there and just kind of point out what's going on in each of those little processes. after that was all done, I go back into the room. They wheeled me back in. I think I laid in there for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I got up and went to the bathroom, and we left, and that was it. Just relaxed the rest of the day. We did head to McDonald's to get some traditional IVF good luck French fries. So we're eating our fries for baby Gocher. Keeping our fingers crossed and praying that little baby Gocher sticks. Go ahead.
For the baby. No. Oh my God, it's delicious. Good boy.
But that was it. The rest of the day we came home and just relaxed. My sister came over, my mom was already here, and we made the kind of the same thing we did with Matthew. We made some turkey quinoa stuff, and it was delicious. This was really helpful having my sister and my mom there, as well as Jason, just for the fact that we do have Matthew now. And before it was one thing, you know, we could just come back and I didn't have to worry about another little toddler like needing me or whatnot when I'm trying to just do nothing and rest my body. And so having them here as a little buffer, you know, to kind of distract him or play with him or pick him up whenever I really didn't want to be doing a whole lot was very nice. So thank you to both of you. I love you. So that's just kind of it, what we did that day. It wasn't too eventful. I was not trying to, you know, go climb a mountain or anything like that. It was very peaceful and just trying to relax and just keep me happy and calm and just kind of in that joyful little bliss state. So I have enjoyed being poopo, as they say. For these last few days, I am documenting the 2-week wait and just telling you guys, you know, like each day, any kind of little symptoms that I may be feeling. And so I will be sharing that soon. If you have gone through either IVF or if you know, just in general, what were your symptoms whenever you had your 2-week wait? Did you have any symptoms at all? Did you have none? If you guys followed me back from when I was pregnant or doing a 2-week wait with Matthew, I had 0 symptoms. I will link that video if you are interested in watching it, but I literally went in that day thinking that everything was negative and came out with a big fat positive. So it was very surprising to me. So, which doesn't help this time because now I'm like, ooh, is that it? Ooh, is that something? Is that something? So it's probably not been the best this go around. So that is it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed just watching our day and how we spent it on our little transfer day. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, click that little subscribe button. Feel free to share this if you have another friend or family member who is going through IVF as well and they're leading up to their transfer day. But if I can be praying for you guys in any way, please always drop those down below. Let me know. That way I can add you to my prayer list. But that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Take care and God bless.